the angry world. Very, very angry, man. Very, very angry. Oh, we stuck in limbo. Stuck in limbo. I was wondering what is stimulus? What is stimulus? What is stimulus? The stimulus has been, how you say it, optioned out, meaning Trump has decided that you have a choice to make whether you want the stimulus or you want the schools to reopen. But as we looking from the news and all of the rest of the thing, the schools are reopening. So, and like I said, those are majority of them rural areas that open up earlier than the fall season. Um, New Jersey, no students in class till January is a yes. One New Jersey union leader says, and urging big delays. I mean, New Jersey got a sense of sharing and caring. The rest of these states don't really care about that, man. And like I said, it's selfish, angry. It's getting selfish and angry. Do I have to come to them rural areas, man? And I would sit down with you. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So, from a distance, I see your shots and all of that, man. So, like I said before, either way, the people are not only waiting patiently, it's almost becoming a systematical demand. Why? As you saying that unemployment is supposed to be running out today. And I said, well, how you supposed to run out of that when you know we still in a pandemic? That part has just not been accepted. And like I said before, how much more disrespect do the human civilians have to take in order to get anything done? The bill has been passed by the House months ago. Thought it was going to be a rolling out of these stimulating stimuluses. Nah, you want to reenact the same way you put them out the first time. You want to do that again, but with the schools reopening and another major tax cut. You keep trying. And like I said, I'm not into poker games or playing poker with lives, but that's the dilemma that he wants to approach on the civilians, which is stimulus or schools reopen. Now, if they reopen and they get sick, you gotta understand this is Mr. Well, I call him Mr. Diabolical now, because he just doesn't want to give up. Meaning he doesn't want to accept the flaws that came with the pandemic. The fact that you holding on to a screen, and that screen ain't even tight enough that you won't, you know what I mean, go further into it. That's why I said, let me in there, do the money machines, and get this unemployment. Plus, like I said, I'm not going to try to take nothing from you. Because it's not like you lost a job, but in a way, from 4 months off, or probably longer than that. You know what I mean? We've been telling it since January, but it just got accepted back in a few months back. next stimulus bill, you may get more than just another check. You getting more, alright. You getting a choice whether you want your schools to be open or you want that stimulus, unemployment or no unemployment. Like I said, did you lose your job for a new up and coming to get hired? And the PPP loans, that's another one. Small businesses, desperate need of those, man. Desperate need. And I said, well, desperate need, limbo, frustration. I'm not falling for it. Because like I said, you supposed to be the leader in chief. You shouldn't demand of your civilians to make a decision, which they still have to depend on you to give it to them. It's like force feeding someone that's already full. It's a dilemma which can backfire, which is you're going to have people doing irrational things. You're going to slow down productivity because of the unknowingness. And like I said, I feel bad for the representatives that have to go to the civilians because they can't get a direct answer from their so-called leader-in-chief. Now, my direct answer would be to make these money machines. Remote learning, unemployment, $1,200 stimulus checks every, I guess, since we calculating it, every 4 months until I get my money machines up and running. And then you won't have to worry about sending billions or millions. Like I told you, I would set a president where every state can get $1 trillion spending. But my ideas may be too far-fetched, maybe out of this world, or maybe too futuristic. New York Governor Cuomo accuses Trump administration officials of possible criminal liability and trust. Listen, man. Ever since this thing has roared its orange head, it's been out to make innocent individuals look like criminals. All because some things have laid out a subliminal shot to say you're better than others. I mean, if that money amount justifies that, then so be it. And, what else was it? Oh yeah. Like I said, I feel bad for the governors and mayors and individuals underneath this leadership, because even in a pandemic, it's creating more chaos for them and America, period. And I wonder why is this taking? Oh yeah, because he thinks that he forced you to need it. You can't force him out of the White House. That's what happened with the first stimulus. That didn't hit everyone at one time. And then you want to go after China, putting us in more jeopardy knowing they got the nucleus. Come on, man. We went down this slippery slope already. But we looking at another, like I said, you want to do it for another 5-6 years. Fine. Trump erupts over Esper's de facto ban of Confederate flag Like I keep telling you, them statues been here before Trump was the president. That flag has been here before Trump was the president. None of that matters right now in the pandemic. None of it, man. Why? Because the places are closing early. You gotta make extra maneuvers. It's hard enough trying to find a meal to make. And then productivity is so slow that you find yourself maxing out on credit. And they looking for that money back. How? How? Tell me. You got all the answers. I say, man, in the pandemic, you be lucky to just save your life. Because you see how the numbers are going. Tom Cotton pitches bill to prohibit use of federal funds to teachers federal fund to teach from a 1619 project. Nah, bro. Nah. That was then. This is now. 1800s constitutional rights, equal pays, and all of that. Statues. And you want to eliminate all statues and make yourself a king. It ain't happening, Captain. It just. And I don't understand why America is deciding. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fear. But I said to myself, from the research that I have, I'm the president. And I ain't hear nothing. Fox News breaks away from White House briefing that aired F cops graffiti. Nah. Like I said, you want to turn this into something else. I believe that majority of them are doing their jobs, but selective few maybe on, you know what I mean, a pandemicable approach. Because of the desperation to make it to this so-called top. And I'm trying to tell you, if the guy at the top is acting like that, that ain't the top. You in limbo, baby. You in limbo. Because every time you turn around, it's something stagnant or something to hold something. Like I said, man, you want to open up this and that. And I said by the time from 8 to I guess 4:35 or so, and then you'll be coming around about this. You'll be coming home a little bit after that. Everything could be in yeah. So pretty much, it's like when the lights come on and the roaches scatter. This we running and scattering everywhere. Even though you're doing that now, but then he didn't cut so many of the hours. It's better to catch the 600 off unemployment. Unemployment. It says trending. Will I lose? Man. See, I don't even want to state that part of the statement that's in there, because I'm already seeing it the way it needs to be seen. I'm just waiting on for you to say, enough is enough. Because you want something. I'm just not willing to give it to you. Kramer, major tech stocks may start selling off, but investors should not panic. Like I said, if you believe that the stock market is more important than your civilians and their livelihood, you asking for a force. That's what you asking for. I'm not giving it to you. Only one, only, only one that's gonna do some forcible things is you, Mr. President. And you already been doing that for several years now. That's why I said you want to reenact the same thing over and over again, and you see where it's getting you. Because I said to myself, this was planned a very, 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 very long time ago. And if, like I said, you want to get rid of a pandemic, you can't. Oh man. So, like I said, just pay the people, get them what they need, or else you be dealing with, what you want to send to inflict on them, and what they gonna retaliate with. And I don't know what that is, but I don't want to find out either. Cause it's getting very, very cutthroat. I can smell it in the air. It smells like flesh almost. Yeah. And like I said, you want them to do all the things you want them to do. They've done it. Now, it's time for the move. The cha-ching ching. But that won't even get passed in the Western end. And like I said, you want something, I'm just not willing to give it to you at all. At all. Hold up. Wait a minute. And so I said to myself, well, you're thinking a certain way. That's why I said you want something that I'm just not able or willing to give you. No matter what you do. And I seen what you did. Wikipedia administrators caution editors about using Fox News as source on nah. Listen, it's a pandemic. Everything is a source. Information is vital. No matter where it comes from, Fox, wherever it comes from. And like I said, how you gonna downplay others in a pandemic? Are you supposed to have sensitivity, caring? I guess pandemic blew that out the window. I'm sorry for laughing, but the things that I know about what's taking place, it's only to combat that. And like I said, it's been an uphill journey, but I think it was all worth it. At Wall Street Journal, news staff and opinion side clash. No, like I said, in a pandemic, everything can clash. Anything can clash. But you want to make it seem as if it's not that. So be it. I'ma wait till it really is that. Dozens resign at Hungary main news site after editor fired. Mm, mm, mm. Like I said, man, extra 600 for him. I'm saying pandemic. You know what I mean? But like I said, you gonna play this game. NBC News, Florida news reporter reveals cancer diagnosis after viewing spot lumps. Nah, that's that COVID, baby. The COVID. I told you COVID is a mixture of all diseases. All 19 serious of them. That's why I call it the you know what I mean? It's mutatable. That's why you got us putting a mask on. It don't make you put no mask on with that stuff there. Because they know it's only one disease. And I mean, well, they know that it's cancer, so that's one disease. But COVID got 19 or better. Depending on your biochemistry that your body develops through DNA. And like I said, you got all these wicked things out there in the world. Want to make a quick buck. I remember saying to myself, with something going, there'll be more for something else. And in no way am I trying to inflict a war. I just smell it. A brewing. Trump's briefing were meant to show him in charge. I mean, if you want to claim a pandemic underneath your presidency, I want to claim curing and fixing the problems in the pandemic during mine. Coronavirus Daily News Update, July 24th. Oh, and another thing during my presidency, I would like to put more in the hands of my so-called civilians so I can boost the economy and support small businesses and support things that want to open and sell. Give you back what you deserve, which is a life where you don't have to look over your shoulder from the future. It should be almost in a way anticipated to be what the president said, better. Doesn't look like that from Florida, top 400,000. Corona cases after governor says state, wait for it, is moving in better direction. Like I said, alright, play politics. Fine. Enough subliminal shots. But the reality is, without humans to control, what's next? And with that being said, peace. I gotta go.